Here we are at Daytona for the start of the 2001 IROC Series, and on the pole for the race will be Tim Gehring, who is outside. Was going to be Danny Bright, but Bright does not get going. My, oh my. So you can see there's Tim Gehring, there's Jake West in the 10, then you got Richard Johnson, also Todd Kennedy, Jose Androvich, Levi Shones, and then Dave Hatchie trying to catch up along with Lyndon Raines, Max Rowe, Anthony Wendler, Joseph Rainey. I'll try to get caught up as Danny Bright did not get going. See if they get caught up in time. I believe they will be able to, as these guys are going about 70 miles an hour. These guys are flying up, slowing down about 100 miles an hour. So now there's going to be 11 cars that start this race. It was going to be 12, but Danny Bright with problems in the twos. The pace car is in 10 laps around Daytona for the Daytona 100, and the 2001 IROC Series is green. Saw a horrible start on the inside for Jake West in the 10. That allowed Dave Hatchie to get clear. Now West coming back on the inside lane, trying to grab second back. He has about a car length in between he and the next car behind him. That's Jose Androvich is close there in the middle lane. Almost had another wreck. It was the 9 of Richard Johnson. Almost got spun out by Todd Kennedy in the 4. So we complete lap number 1 with Tim Gehring out front. Jake West moves up. Jose Androvich also moves up to the middle lane. That's going to Levi Shones take it 3 wide to the bottom for second. And behind him is the 5 of Joseph Rainey pushing him. Anthony Wendler in that 3, the pink 3 also coming. Danny Bright still on pit road, so far he's not out of the race, but will finish laps down if he even gets out there and starts the race. Here comes Shones at the end of the back straightaway. He had enough of a run. Couldn't get underneath the 7 car though. Strong by Tim Gehring to be able to block that lane from Levi Shones. I thought Levi had him. Joseph Rainey running along in third. Anthony Wendler looks to make a move. Now Shones will finally make the move, and this time it'll work as we complete lap number 2. Tim Gehring still up front, but Shones is to his inside. He has Anthony Wendler that's going to be pushing him by. So they approach 1 and 2. Max Rowe there, third car in the bottom lane as Shones clears the pack. He's able to move up 3 wide now as they come down the back straightaway. Wendler goes to the middle. Rowe will go down low, but can he stay beside Levi Shones? Shones got a big push on the outside lane from Tim Gehring, and Gehring actually almost cleared those guys, but Shones can come down. He clears Max Rowe and the others behind. Lyndon Raines also coming in the 11 car. See that kind of purplish car right there in front of that black car, but he's going to move out to the outside, and Todd Kennedy will go for second. Jose Androvich coming back on the inside lane. 7 to go at Daytona. Into 1 and 2. Shones able to hold the lead right now in that 8 car. Todd Kennedy trying to make a move. Here comes Richard Johnson. 3 wide underneath Jose Androvich for third. They come off turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Todd Kennedy has no hope, but he's getting a good suck up onto Levi Shones. Does he make the move is the question. It doesn't look like he'll be able to as they approach 3 and 4. 3 wide again for third. And with those guys going 3 by 3 by 3 behind, it's really hurting them. They're letting the front 2 get away. Anthony Wendler going to try and form up with Dave Hatchie here to make a run up on 2. The front 2 looks like, oh, if he stayed down low, he would have had a shot. In fact, he was staying down low pretty well. Oh, he almost got down there in front of Dave Hatchie. Close. Wendler and Hatchie almost make contact with 6 to go. Halfway next time by. Who's that coming? Jake West coming to the bottom of that gold 10 car. Battle for the race lead is on. Shones up to the outside because here comes Todd Kennedy. And Kennedy trying to complete the pass. If he can complete the pass down the back straightaway, it won't hurt Shones that much. But Shones is fighting back on the outside lane. He has more draft. Up there, got a better run off the corner. They're still side by side. If Shones would have just fallen in behind the 4, he could have stayed second. But he stayed on the outside. He's going to fall to the back of this pack, coming to halfway. And who leads at halfway? Out front, it's Todd Kennedy. Behind him, it's Jake West. Jose Androvich is also there. They come off turn number 4. Who leads halfway? Jake West looks to the bottom. I don't think it'll be enough. I think Todd Kennedy will lead halfway. in this race, but it was very close. It was Todd Kennedy to lead. 3 wide goes to the bottom. Josie Androvich in that 12. Black number 12 car. Got a big push from Joseph Rainey in the 5. He'll clear the pack. But if he moves up, Joseph Rainey will be there on the bottom lane. 2 Josephs right now leading this train around Daytona. Can Sandrovich get clear of Rainey down low is the question. I don't think he'll be able to. Rainey with a big push down low. He had about 3 cars behind him. It was a header issue on the 2 Danny Bright, so he will not start this race. Tough break for him. And now Joseph Rainey moves up. That allows Lyndon Raines to get to the bottom. 4 to go this time by. They are 3 wide behind. And now Max Rowe trying to come to the bottom lane. 3 wide for the race lead. Big push from Anthony Wendler. Oh! Sandrovich making contact with the 10 of Jake West. They almost wrecked. They might still work. There they go! Hard into the outside wall. They're wrecking. Big wreck on the back shoulder. The yellow will come out. This is the race back to the line for the win. Max Rowe's out front. Wendler trying to come to the bottom lane. This is the race back to the line for the win. And Max Rowe in the 6 will come off of turn number 4. Trying to hold off Anthony Wendler and Dave Hatching. Looks like he'll be able to. If he could coast around 3 caution laps, he will get a victory in the Daytona 100 for the IROC Series. That'll start in 1 and 2. Sandrovich got sideways, almost wrecked, saved it, but then they were 4 wide and they still wrecked. Big damage to some cars. Let's see what happens to bring out caution that will end the race here in the 2001 IROC Series at Daytona. See right here, racing off into 1 and 2, and the 10 of Jake West just clips Sandrovich right there in the wrong spot. They come down, almost gets the 11 of Lyndon Raines. They all save it. Now they're 4 wide. Still trying to control it, still trying to save the car, and you just run out of room when you're 4 wide at Daytona, and it looks like the 11 comes down to Wendler, moves up, Sandrovich is there, nowhere to go, and Joseph Rainey stuck on the outside, just an innocent bystander, and there goes, what is that, the 9 of Richard Johnson, 5, Joseph Rainey spins sideways, there's a 7, we didn't see him, Tim Gary, pretty good car, he spun out. Look at this in real time. You see the 4 wide just bounce off each other. It just does not work. And about 5-6 cars with damage in total there. That red car that escaped. Levi Shones. Let's go on board Shones. He was out front. Fell back to the back of the pack trying to make his way back up to the front. He was almost in this. Excellent driving there by Shones to get through the middle of that and not be involved. Max Rowe did lead us back to the line, and he has 2 laps left at Daytona to become a winner in the IROC Series. We'll take you back to the checker flag. Hey there, coming through 3 and 4. It's Max Rowe up front. He's going to win. No cars retired from that wreck, and the only car to not finish the race will be Danny Bright because of a header issue. And it'll be Max Rowe on the 6 to win at Daytona. He held off the hard-charging Anthony Wendler and Dave Hatchie late. He'll go to victory lane at Daytona for his 2001 IROC Series, and he'll get started on the right foot, and he will be your points leader. After today, as he comes down the front straightaway, the checkered flag is in the air. Max Rowe will win the 2001 IROC Series at Daytona, the Daytona 100. It was a wild race, ended under the yellow. Max Rowe gets it done at Daytona for an IROC Series win. Let's check the finishing results. Or actually, let's just go to the finishing results. I'm so used to going to the other screen. Max Rowe with the win. Anthony Wendler in second. Dave Hatchie third. Fourth, Jake West. Todd Kennedy with the 5th. Levi Shones actually avoided that wreck. He ends up 6th. Good day for him. I'm sure he would have loved to win. He had a good car. Same with Tim Gary in 7th. They actually got spun out in that wreck. Lyndon Raines in 8th. Joe Sandrovich in 9th. Joseph Rainey in 10th. Just an innocent bystander and all that. Richard Johnson in 11th. And rounding out the field, Danny Bright, who never even got to start the race. Congratulations, Max Rowe, on a good win at Daytona. And the rest of the field will be chasing them as you look at the point standings. And there they are, the point standings. Max Rowe leads it. And it's basically the same thing. This race saw many drivers lead. In fact, we saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers lead. Max Rowe did lead the most laps of 4. So that's why he is 15 points ahead. And most of the IROC Series, most of the leaders have a 15-point advantage because most of the winners have actually led the most laps in the race that they won. So very interesting stat there at Daytona. as the next race is the Michigan 100 in Michigan. But we have 2002 IROC season coming up. See you guys then.